Hey you guys, so I promised I'd do a video on how my interview went with Starbucks along with some tips on what to do when you're going into your interview. You don't have to know anything about coffee, they'll teach you. So that's fine, but they try to find out. Sorry, my kiddos are playing. We're getting ready to go to grandma's house, so they're crazy. But yeah, so, and the other thing they're looking for is very people friendly, you know, like you can just talk to people and you're really peppy. They love that. The environment is really friendly and just happy. It's a really good environment. So if that's what you're looking for, I definitely recommend it. Going in, I recommend wearing black. I did gray slacks and a black top, and then I put on some heeled boots and a leather jacket, and then I had a Tommy Hilfiger purse. I can't say his name. I'll put in a clip in a little bit. So just not too fancy, but still, you know, business conscientious. You want to really just give off professional but relaxed, if that makes sense. And then make sure you're smiling, make sure you're talkative, that kind of thing. Be really nice to the baristas when you walk in. Of course, you should be nice to begin with, but yeah, be nice. And I hadn't heard back from anybody, and I live right next to the Starbucks I applied for. So I went in, asked if I can speak to the manager, made sure I looked nice, not like interview ready, but you know, just nice. And he wasn't there, so they got my phone number and my email and a couple of other things for information, and I got a call that day from, I'm not going to say names, the assistant manager, and she said she liked what she was seeing on my resume, that she wanted to look into it a little bit further. She just asked me a few more questions about myself, history, that kind of thing, why I was looking at Starbucks, my favorite drink. You know, like, make sure you're prepared for that. They're going to ask, and I'll get into that in a second. But she said she'd call me back by Wednesday, which she did. She asked me to come in for an interview on Thursday, or no. So she called me back on a Tuesday, and she said she wanted to see me on a Thursday. So I was like, okay, they give me a few days to prepare. So I looked it up, people talking about their experiences, things you should know. What you want to know for sure is that, and it happened to me, they're gonna test you when you come in there. So they offer you a drink on the house. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, okay. And so you want to make sure that you say the drink properly, which you can Google, you can practice, because it doesn't roll off the tongue very easy, you guys. So what you want to do is, so I'm looking at it, you want to go hot or iced, size, if it's decaf, number of shots, if any extra. You want number of pumps of syrup, type of milk, any extras, so like whipped cream, stuff like that, and then drink type, latte, frappuccino, coffee, etc. So for me, I always have the same drink. It's the hazelnut iced coffee. But the way I said it is, I was like, I'd like an iced, tall, hazelnut coffee. And he goes, did you want cream with that? And I forgot to say cream. You're supposed, so it would be, you know, an iced, tall, hazelnut cream coffee. And, you know, depending on what cream you want, half and half, that kind of thing. So I messed it up just a little bit, but it's important to study that. Like, prepare your drink. Think of the drink you want when you go in, and say it like that. And they all kind of like were smiling, and I was like, did I say that wrong? And he was like, no, you got it right. I just forgot the cream. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Right away, the manager came out. She was talking to me, and she was so friendly. I was nervous to have this interview. It was my first interview in a year. And she just made it easy to talk. She wanted to know about myself, and she started off actually by talking about herself, where she's from, her history with Starbucks, that kind of thing. And it really just relaxed me, and from what I've heard, a lot of interviews with Starbucks go that way. And so she goes, well, what about yourself? You know, so I told her where I was from, you know, history with retail, that kind of thing. She didn't ask me about strengths or weaknesses, which I heard a lot of people say that they didn't ask them about that. She asked me, you know, like, okay, what was the situation from one of your previous jobs where a customer was irate, you know, rude? How did you handle it? You know, have you ever dealt with, you know, a job where somebody was stealing, and, you know, if so, how'd you deal with it? If not, how would you deal with it? Those kind of questions, you know, tough but not too tough. at the time you're gonna know what to say. So I definitely had experiences to go off of because I worked at some crazy jobs. But it was not, that hard at all. The only problem for me was, oh no, his pants fell, and he fell because of them. Can you say hi? Say hi. I brought him with me. Oh, I want them to see you. Okay. Hi. So yeah, it really was not that stressful. It wasn't nerve-wracking. They make it really comfortable for you to talk to them. Only problem for me is availability. So what I was looking for, they couldn't give me. I don't know, like the interview, like I thought I had it, and she goes, yeah, the only problem is, and I was like, I just went through this whole interview, why? And she goes, well, there's a manager from another store, up the street, like really close by, that needs somebody with my availability. And so she was like, I'm gonna call her, talk to her. She may re-interview you, she may not. I don't know. I'm just gonna let her know, my experience with you and what I think. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Hi. And I was like, okay. So she goes, latest call you'll get back is Wednesday, and if I don't, if you don't hear from me, call me. And I was like, okay, great. And so she called me today. Actually, I had been talking about filming this video, and thank goodness she called me today, so I can just let you guys know what happened. She had somebody that interviewed before me, and they got the job. But she called me out of courtesy. Like, I've never had another company do this before. She called me, let me know, and she goes, I think you need, you should keep trying. I really think you're what we're looking for. And she goes, there's a lot of stores in the area you're moving to, and, I'm sure that they'll need somebody with your availability. And I was like, wow, thank you. Like, that was really nice of you to call me just to say that. What, do you want to talk to them? That's what he wants. That was crazy. That was a car. So yeah, overall, great experience. I really want to work there. Definitely. I think it's, a really nice environment. What are you doing, Chunky? You're the one who slid down. Why are you trying to kick them? Oh, she's gonna start crying. Take the phone away. I love you. You're such a cute. You can't get up. He's so chunky. Oh. He's being so dramatic about it. Poor baby. Yeah, if you're thinking about applying for Starbucks, I say go for it. It's the kind of environment I always aim to work for to begin with. So I'm definitely going to be applying at the other stores. Yeah, there's not much I can say. It was a very short experience. Just, do your research, look at other people's experiences, learn from them. Make sure you have a pen. Always, if you ever have an interview, make sure you have a pen and paper for notes. Just in case, you might not need it. But if you do, you look more professional and you look more on your game, and they want that. And make sure you're like 10-15 minutes early. She was talking about their, no late policy, and, she commented on me being early. That was amazing. So yeah, there's not much to it. It's really, pretty easy and laid back. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. Let me know if you've applied and you had a different experience, or if yours was similar. Let me know what you guys are thinking if you're thinking about applying for the job. Whatever you want to tell me in the description bar below. And if you want to see me go and try to apply again, like my makeup was so pretty that day. It was so pretty. If you want to see like interview makeup, let me know. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, bye.